Hello there, folks. Dan here, and welcome to another Facebook Live. You're here on Organic Digital's Facebook page. Like I said, my name is Dan. Really great to have your company here today, whether it be live or after the fact. If this is your first time watching at Organic Digital, we help small to medium businesses both train, educate, and manage their Facebook ads. And today we're talking about some of our latest blog posts, including a regular feature that'll arrive on a monthly basis where we review a company's advertising presence, Facebook advertising presence. Not necessarily people that we help directly. In fact, it'll probably be companies that we don't have a direct affiliate with. It allows us to be a little bit more objective with some of the reviews of the ads as well. About the first one that we published last week was about a company called Nourished Life. Now, if you're a female located in Australia and you've ever thought about skincare and beauty regimes and perhaps what's in your skincare and looking for some more natural and organic remedies and solutions, then you've probably come across the Nourished Life brand at some point in time. Nourished Life they're basically an aggregator of, and I guess they research and do their own qualification of natural and organic products, both beauty regimes, health, skincare. They've branched out into a range of different areas, but it was started by a lady named Irene Falcone that she started back in 2012. And in September of last year, or in 2016, they were expected to turn over $20 million. So in the space of 4 years, they've gone from 0 to 20 million. It's a really interesting brand. I've seen it around on Facebook. I've checked out some of their products. I've heard through word of mouth about them, and then saw their ads follow me around the web. So I was really impressed and thought I'd do a little review about them. And their story and what tactics they're potentially using, reviewing some of the ads that they actually do, and how they're potentially impacting their business, and any lessons that you can take out to potentially put them in to practice in your own business. So some of the things that I cover, and not just about the Facebook ads, but really around the strength of their business. And really the strength of Nourished Life lies in their community. They've got a huge community, and it's a really passionate community. They have some fantastic resources that brings people together, not only from a social media perspective, but they have their own rewards and reward scheme that kind of, I guess, gamifies the purchasing process and allows them to earn reward points that they can then claim on purchases on store, and also refer friends, family, and they earn points for that as well. So there's a range of different things that they're actually doing. Some of the ads that we reviewed had some different sort of tactics. Most of them that we saw that were out in the general public were bigger reach and frequency campaigns, which to most small businesses probably isn't in immediate reach to them. Basically what reach and frequency campaigns are available to businesses that they've got to meet a certain quota, and they've got to have a certain level of budget behind them. So usually most bigger brands will use them because they just purely want to get brand awareness out. But the thing that differs for Nourished Life with their reach and frequency campaigns is the actual content of the advertisements. Most other reach and frequency campaigns from larger brands like, your McDonald's, your major car brands like Toyota, who are some other large tech brands like your Apple and or your different Android brands, will focus on really, trying to drive their brand values and what they're about and how they can try to get that emotional connection. Whereas the tactic that Nourished Life is, which I really like, is offering value straight up. So they're linking through to blog posts that offer information and resources that is of value to that actual viewer. And it's quite a different approach. And it's a really great approach, I think, on Facebook advertising, because it's really trying to play into what Facebook are looking to doing, which is increasing the value of a user's newsfeed and putting relevant information in front of them, and basically get them to the point where they go to Facebook for all their information, their news, anything they need to get up to date and Nourish Life are delivering that. It's really specific to their audience, which is obviously skewed very much female. On top of those reach and frequency campaigns, once you click through and you browse certain blog posts and content, as well as look at different products rather, they've got a great little sales funnel that is remarketing certain products to, is based on what you look at. When we review some of the other mediums that they use, including video as well. So most of the posts that we saw were link posts, which are interesting. But they did have some video, which makes sense for what Facebook are looking to do at the moment with pushing more video through to the newsfeed, and preferring that medium over any other type of advertisement out there at the moment. The other thing that Nourish Life do is they have some really great copy in their advertisements as well. It's got that personal approach because Irene is the face of the brand, and it sort of started from this little brand and has grown into this huge business that people go to for information and to solve the issues that they've ever had with trying to find a more natural solution to their beauty and skincare regimes. So the copy is very personal. I go through some of the tactics that they use in the copy and how she positions herself as kind of someone that can, I guess, empathize with where their community is at. One of the examples I give is around this spray that is a sugar craving spray. So it helps when you're looking to crave chocolate or dessert or any sweet treats. Apparently sprayed on your tongue and it takes away some of those cravings. I should probably get some of that myself. But she goes into some of the copy about how she loves sweet treats, and it immediately connects with the majority of her audience because who doesn't love sweet treats? And then goes into how she wanted to test it. It wasn't very nice tasting. She readily admits that. She's really upfront and honest. And you can see that across the website with all of their reviews as well. They leave all of their reviews on every single product in there, whether they're good, bad, or otherwise. So they're incredibly transparent about the products that they showcase on their website and how they review them, and which ones they promote. So some really good examples of copy in there that I break down as well. You've got images there of the actual ads themselves, so you can see the images that they're using within their advertisements as well as each section sort of has some key takeaways. But really the reason I wanted to, I guess, showcase Nourish Life was the success story of how you can build a business in 4 years quickly by harnessing the power of community, offering value first. And that is really the backbone of the business and Nourish Life. And if you want proof in the pudding, just in September of this year, in 2017, she's just been acquired by another large company for $20 million. So she's actually sold some of her company. I'm going to the details there and some of the news releases there around what she maintains and control of the company as well. But within 5 years, she's taken the business to the point where it's now been acquired by one of the largest ASX listed companies that have helped grow huge, large skincare brands such as Sukin Skincare and some others around the world as well. So it's an amazing story. It's a really good Australian example of how you can build a brand, and how it certainly would have been a lot of hard work for her as well, to put in the work to research the products. The team that she has as well is a really interesting story. There's a lot of information in there, but I want to make this more of a regular monthly segment where I break down a brand, what they're doing on Facebook at the moment, potentially how they're getting success. And all of the information I've put in there is just publicly available. So I haven't got any affiliation with Nourish Life at all. I'm just a fan of what they do. I can't go in and I guess try to predict results or anything like that, but I just lay it out there. So at least you can see an example of how people and how other businesses out there do it. And if you've seen some stuff around the web from these brands as well, then you probably want to know exactly how they do it. So I break that down for you as well. If you have any brands that you would like me to break down and look at in more detail, by all means, leave them in the comments, send me a private message. I'd love to see if I can find some information and see how they go about what they do for you. So that was a blog post from last week that I wanted to make sure that direct you through to. The link is in the description. I'll leave it in the comments as well. I'll also leave another link to another blog post that we're just about to publish this afternoon, which goes into detail on how you can I guess, speed up the results that you get from your Facebook advertising when you first implement them. And a couple of tactics that you can use to, I guess, get immediate results or try to get immediate results if you're just looking to get a quick win, that you can then put in, or maybe potentially put some of that, some of the results that you've got from those ads, so some of the purchases, etc., back into your advertising to then scale and grow from them as well. So keep an eye out for that blog post. There's some specific tactics in there, how you need to have your tracking set up properly, and how to look for the potential audiences that are going to give you the most return on your investment as soon as possible. So it's really some simple tips that don't, it's not anything advanced or anything. It's just people often overlook some of the audiences they've got in their own backyard as opposed to going out to these cold audiences immediately. Try and get a quick win and go for the lowest hanging fruit. So that'll be published this afternoon. I'll make sure I publish a link to that blog post in the comments as well. So keep an eye out for that. If you've got any questions or ideas for blog posts, I've actually just got back from Bali at the moment a couple of days ago. I wasn't affected by the volcano, thankfully, but have produced a lot of content that will be published on a regular basis into 2018. So keep an eye out for some more regular blog posts, these Facebook Lives as well. We're going to make these more of a regular segment as well. But really enjoyed your company today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you've got any comments or questions, by all means, just hit the link to the Organic Digital. I think it might be that side, and send us a private message. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how we're going, if we can improve anything for you. But really appreciate your time. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.